Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming just a casual get ready with me. I asked y'all on Instagram if you wanted to see a hair waver tutorial and y'all said yes. So I feel like it's going to be so simple and quick that it would be a really short video. So instead I'm going to film myself doing a little bit of light makeup and doing my hair. It is the day before Thanksgiving and I've been cooking all morning, and then I showered and I decided to put some self-tan on. Can't tell much difference. I still look really pale because I am. But I just thought it would make me feel a little bit better, a little bit more normal and human. I was gonna do something a little bit more like glam today, but I'm not going to because I'm literally just at home today and the only thing I have to do is film a couple videos after this and then I'll be cleaning my house. So there's literally no point. So I don't think I'm gonna do lashes or anything. It's gonna be pretty simple. I'm gonna start with some brows. Also I just primed with the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion, and this is probably not going to be like a really in-depth tutorial. Of course everything's falling in my lap. So I hope that everybody has a really good Thanksgiving. I know a lot of people have been like, yeah, everything's still normal for me. But I also know that there are a lot of people that are even sitting at home by themselves today, which just makes me really sad. The past couple days, my memories on Facebook have been past Thanksgivings and just my family so happy and all together. And I think that, you know, it's easy to take for granted. I never thought there would be a Thanksgiving where we basically like couldn't get together. It's just kind of crazy. In my lifetime, I've only missed one Thanksgiving. I think it was Thanksgiving, and I spent it with my dad, and then I've missed one Christmas, and honestly both of them like were not fun. I was so homesick. I'm such a creature of habit and my family is like so important to me. So I'm just trying to stay in good spirits. I feel like I'm doing a good job so far, but obviously it's just even more emotional for me because I'm pregnant. I have all these extra hormones that intensify everything. So anyways, I hope that y'all are having a happy Thanksgiving. On a lighter note, I'm really thankful for what I am able to do on Thanksgiving, which is just gonna be spending it, I think, with one of my brothers and his family, and my mom and her husband, and my dad. Austin has to work, which is another thing I'm really sad about, but I'm trying to tell myself that it's okay, and that means that he'll be with us next year for Emmy's first Thanksgiving. That's all okay. We have to sacrifice a little bit, but I am excited to be cooking and having my family over. I'm gonna take my grandparents a plate tomorrow. I'm gonna get everything ready and take them a plate, and then I'll have my siblings and my mom over after that. Let me know down below what y'all did for Thanksgiving. You'll probably be seeing this the week after, and I want to know also if y'all are like me. Every year I say that I'm gonna get started earlier with Christmas shopping, and then I feel like every year something comes up and I don't get started early. So this year I've done decent. I mean, I've done some, but it just has been so hard with all the baby stuff. Like, it's all falling at the same time, where it's time for us to like crack down and finish up with shopping for her and like finishing her nursery and getting everything else that we need. And although it is still like kind of early, we still have a little bit of time, we just like to have things done early, and if we act like we have plenty of time, then time will fly and then we'll end up, it'll be crunch time. So I feel like today is just one of those days where I'm gonna be off. Struggling. Okay, I'm gonna use this Profusion Sienna's palette. I think I've only used it once for a video. Like, I tried it out for a video, so. I'm also super excited to decorate for Christmas this weekend. I'm really hoping that we're able to. I'm still working on Austin, talking him into doing a real tree this year. Growing up, I always had a real tree. Like, that was what we did. That was one thing I was excited for every year, was to go to like a nursery and pick out, or a Christmas tree farm, whatever, and pick out a real tree. So I've always told Austin, like, we will do that with our kids one day. But the year that we moved into this house, we moved in like a week before Christmas, so we really didn't have time to do much. So my nanny gave us a artificial tree, and then that's just what we've used every year. So I told Austin, now that I'm pregnant, I'm like, okay, it's time to start our tradition. It's time to start getting a real tree. And he's like, yeah, next year. So I'm really hoping that he agrees to get a real tree this year. So if he does, then that's what we'll be doing this weekend. But it's perfect because this week is his short week, so he's just scheduled to work Wednesday and Thursday. So I think he's gonna be off all weekend. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, they're going on overtime soon, so that may start this weekend. I don't know, I can't remember. I'm gonna be really sad if it starts this weekend. Why does this always happen? I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna do much, and then here I am with all this color. So yeah, there's a couple little things that I want to do this year. Some of them are things that we already kind of have done in years before. Some of them are things that I did as a kid and I want to start doing again. This palette is so pretty. That shade that I just used is just with my fingertip. I didn't wet it at all. I really wanted to use my Maybelline foundation, but I left it in my bathroom and I'm not going to get it. So I'm just going to use a mixture of the L'Oreal Infallible, which is my favorite. I'm going to use a mixture of the shade 495, which is definitely too dark for me, and 425, which is a little bit too light. And I'm going to take my buffing foundation brush. Just mix those together and apply to the skin. I've been really liking using a brush. I've never really used a brush before because I don't really like to use just a brush by itself. So I've never really used one, but these days I love to use it and then go over it with a sponge. I just feel like it distributes the product without you having to worry about it like soaking the product up like you do a sponge. So yeah, if you've used foundation brushes before and you didn't like them, which I feel like is the case for a lot of people, use one, but then use a damp sponge over it and see if you like it that way. I'm using my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Medium Peach. And we're gonna set with the Laura Mercier powder. Okay, for bronzer, I've taken the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Light Bronze or Light Bronzer. And this is my e.l.f. complexion brush, which is my favorite for both contour and blush. I feel like this lighting is making me look really washed out. I don't know what I'll look like once I get out of the computer, but in the viewfinder I'll look a little crazy. Next I'm gonna go in with my Milani blush in Dolce Pink. I feel like I just use the same old products that are my favorite, that I love. So I feel like my videos get so repetitive. I try to try new things often. And for highlight, I'm going to use my new e.l.f. powder brush. Love this, perfect for highlighter. And I am going to use my MAC highlighter in Soft and Gentle. Next, I'm going to take my ColourPop, I think it's the E9 brush. And I'm gonna go in with all the same shades I used on my lid and do my lower lash line. Now I'm going in with my e.l.f. Wow Brow Gel. Okay, I was saying I'm gonna curl my lashes and apply some mascara. And then we're pretty much done. My camera is showing that it's about to die. I thought that I had at least one that was charged, so I don't know if it's messed up or what. I hope not. But I'm gonna let my camera charge and then I'll move on to hair. By the way, this is the Wet n Wild Mega Length. I didn't like it at first, but it's not that bad. hope the lighting is not super weird. I'm just putting some lips on really quick. I'm using my ColourPop BFF lip liner. And now this is the Maybelline lipstick in the shade Nude Lust. I love it, and I'm just gonna leave it like that. I just needed something on my lips so they weren't totally bare. But it's time to move on to the hair waver part of the get ready with me. I'm drinking a coffee with my white chocolate mocha creamer. I just needed a little pick me up and something to help me be in a good mood. I'm gonna section my hair off. The key with this is to take pretty small sections. I guess, you know, you could create a different look depending on what size sections you do take. Okay, this is the one that I got. This is the Amika High Tide Deep Waver. So I've literally wanted this since I worked at Salon Centric, like over a year ago. I don't even know. It was really popular and I heard great things about it, but I just never bought it for myself. So I really like this one because I feel like it's a little bit more wide than most of them, but maybe not. And I have it on 380. I think it goes up to 390, but I don't ever use my tools turned all the way up. I try not to because my hair accepts the heat really well and stays curled really well. So I'm gonna start by literally just clamping this and leaving it a couple seconds, and then move it down to the hair that didn't get crimped and do it. Literally, like, it's the easiest thing ever. I don't know how I'm gonna like talk through it, but I'll try to, I guess, kind of make sure that I'm explaining things. Clamp it close to your roots, and I try to like bend it under, if that makes sense, so that the top of the waver doesn't make a crease, because I have noticed that it will. And then when I get to the bottom, I just make sure, you just kind of have to make sure that you don't clamp it funky or it'll kind of like stick out, if that makes sense. And for me, these lower layers are more difficult to do because my hair is shorter, so it's kind of hard to get the crimper on there twice to where you can make the ends look right, where they're like not going straight out, if that makes sense. Okay, now even just the next layer should be a lot easier. So like I said, I make sure to kind of roll it under. Oh, this is literally the easiest thing in the world. And if you're like me and you have naturally wavy or curly hair, it's perfect, because if I ever let my hair air dry, I struggle with styling it because it takes me forever if I'm gonna straighten it. I just have to style it one way or the other. Like, I either have to fully straighten it or fully curl it, because if I just add curls in, they're way different than like my curl pattern or my wave pattern. So I don't know, it's just, this is the perfect way for me to style my hair if I've let my hair air dry, because literally it just kind of fills in what's already like naturally there. And I feel like a lot of people have wavy hair to begin with, so if that's you, then you'll love this. So the main thing is, once you leave it for a couple seconds, is moving it down to where you left off. And like I said, this is, I think I said this is only my second time using this, so, but just like anything else that I do, I like for any way that I style my hair to look pretty effortless and like messy and undone. So I'm not looking for this to be perfect anyways. Okay, I'm gonna kind of use this as an example because I left one side of my hair on longer than I did the other side. So I hope that you can see, but this is a more of like a crimp and like a deeper wave than this side. So just know that you can achieve, I feel like, a lot of different looks, I guess, with this. And something that I wouldn't mind doing, like I do my curls and stuff, is kind of straightening this out, the ends of my hair, to give it more of like an undone, not perfectly crimped look. And sorry if you can see my belly hanging out. It's just where we're at in life and pregnancy. I feel like this is so much faster because you can do such a wide section of hair. So I'm gonna stop talking now, play some music, and just let y'all watch me.
Oh hell no, I won't plead the monster no matter what you tell yourself. I should have known that we could never be friends. I hear you just thought we could, but we could never be friends. 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 You feel a type of way, well that's fantastic. Nothing to something and now it's drastic. Don't tell your friends we're so done. It never ends. You having fun. Oh, well, go and say it like a mantra. You know what you want, do ya? Oh, hell no, I won't bleed the mantra.
Okay, the only other thing that I would do from here is take a little bit of any hair serum that you would like, but this is the Pravana Nevo Hydra Pearl Replenishing Hair Oil, and I'm taking a tiny amount of that and just running it through. If your hair lacks shine and just looks dull, which if you put any blonde in your hair, then it probably does. But I like to do this after almost any style, and it also just helps to kind of relax it if you don't want it really intense. And you can see the difference. I kind of did each side a little bit different. Like I said, I'm getting used to this and playing with it too. So I feel like there's so many things you can do from here. But I just love the body that it gives my hair. It's not your typical curls, but your hair is also not straight. This is like right up my alley because I just like something really textured, something with body. So I have a feeling that this tool is going to be my best friend, especially with a newborn baby. I took my time with it today, but I feel like I could let my hair air dry, and if I need to get ready really quick to go somewhere or film or whatever, like this is so easy for me to do my hair really quickly. This is all I'm really going to show today, but maybe in another video I could show how I would style it from here, like a couple different hairstyles you could do. But obviously you could do anything. I think this would be so cute with some hair accessories, or like a half up, half down, or really anything. So I know this video is probably really short and not very in-depth, but I hope that y'all enjoyed it. And if you want to see more in-depth, like what you could do from here, then let me know down below, and I will see y'all in my next video. I'm gonna sing and I'm gonna sing until the world. I'm gonna sing.